Steve, how frustrating it is. The match has been washed out. So probably could have been a better way to get ready for the World Cup.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the small crowd that turned up. They wanted to see some top international cricketers play cricket, and sadly the weather has intervened. And it is frustrating for both teams. They would have liked to get some practice out of today. But the good thing is, presently, I'm really happy with the way Bangladesh is shaping up, ready for the World Cup. We had a good tour of Ireland, and so the practice games, to me, they weren't as important as they might have been if we were not in that good shape. So to lose a game to rain, that's okay at the moment. Obviously, we've got another game against India, and hopefully have a good game there. But I'm very happy where we are.
Steve, Tom, is this on? Tom is at ICC News Service. With South Africa, New Zealand and England in your first 3 games, that looks like a tough start on paper. How are you viewing the schedule for your team?
Yeah, no, it's a tough start, and thankfully, as I said before, I'm very pleased that we're in a good shape. We learned a lot of confidence, and we learned a little bit about Northern Hemisphere conditions in our trip to Ireland, so we're hoping that we can do ourselves justice and provide very tough opposition to those tough teams. And they know that if we play well on the day, then they're going to have to play well.
And just tell me a little bit about how you're sharing your experience of these conditions. I know you obviously worked here for many years on the county circuit at all these venues. So tell me a little bit about specifically what you're sharing with the guys in terms of how to adapt to these conditions.
Yeah, more I suppose the ground dimensions, the wickets, possibly how to, maximise that to our effect. But the good thing really is, don't tell the board this, but a lot of our players have played in England and they know a lot about the conditions. They know a lot about the grounds. Maybe having me, who knows all the groundsmen and the people involved at the stadium, is a bonus. But we've got some very experienced cricketers in that dressing room, and I think that's one of our strengths in this tournament, is that we've got plenty of ODI caps in our dressing room.
Just an idea of just how much of a prospect do you think there is of Bangladesh actually making those semi-finals and going on and winning this? You guys have been in some fantastic form. There was those results against Ireland, looked really strong against fellow qualifiers West Indies. Do you think you guys have a serious chance of pushing for the semi-finals and maybe going on and winning it?
I think there's 10 teams in this World Cup, and I think when I looked at the bookmakers' odds and things, then we were 9th favourites and Afghanistan 10th favourites. But both of them teams on the day could beat the favourites. We really could. So there's going to be a lot of winning and losing by all the teams. We've just got to hope that we win more than we lose. And if that is the case, we've got a great chance of qualifying. We've beaten most of the major teams in ODI cricket at some stage. We just need to now string a few together. And if we can, as I said, get more wins than losses, we will be in a great spot for qualification.
Steve, Shakib went through a fitness test yesterday. How is he shaping up, and the bowling of Mahmudullah? Is he ready to bowl?
So Shakib is fine. He's in a great position physically. The IPL, not playing in the IPL, gave him an opportunity to get fit. He had a little problem when we were in Ireland, but he seems to have got over that, and he's raring to go. He's looking forward to a wonderful tournament. I think he's got a bit of a point to prove, and I think he thinks that as well. He seems to be a little bit forgotten with missing out on some IPL games, but now he's back as world #1 all-rounder in ODI cricket, and that's where we think he belongs, and he's got a point to prove to make sure that everybody else believes that. You asked about Mahmudullah and his shoulder. Well, that's a little bit slow. We were hoping that maybe he would have bowled in this game. I don't think that would have been possible today, but we're very optimistic that we can get him up and running for the early stages of the World Cup. It may affect our balance slightly, But no, I think the one good thing about Mahmudullah with his bowling is that he's not a guy who needs a lot of practice to be any good at it. He seems to just roll his arm over and he lands it well. So that's a good point. As soon as he's fit, I'm sure he'll be a good asset for us as another bowler.
Last two questions.
Steve, you touched on experience there earlier. I think you've got 4 of the 11 players who've played in the 2007 and 2011 World Cups. I think 4 of the 11 players that are named in squads now are Bangladeshi. Just tell me about how valuable that is and sort of how the other guys are tapping into that.
Well, I'm a bit new to world events with cricket, but people keep telling me that, to win a world event, a world tournament, you need experience. I'm glad that they're telling me that because, as you've pointed out and alluded to, we've got a wealth of experience there. They're good guys, they're good players. I listen to them a lot. I am coach, but I listen to their opinions and their thoughts because why wouldn't you with that vast experience that they've got? The good thing for Bangladesh is we have got that experience, and maybe going into the next World Cup we won't have as much of that experience, but it will be a good thing. It will be a good thing maybe when it gets a little bit tight towards the end of the group as well. The guys know what to do, and that's a good thing. Let's just hope that we can produce the goods on the days.
Last question. With this match being washed out, how important is the next one against India heading into the World Cup?
It would be good to get some match cricket before we play South Africa in that first game. But we can't do anything about the weather. And as I said earlier, the good thing for us is that we're in a pretty good position confidence-wise. We've played quite a bit of cricket recently, so we're up and ready at match intensity. If it was washed out, the game against India, then I wouldn't panic. I think we're in a really good spot. The players are happy, the players are confident, so we'd go straight into that match at the Oval. But if we played and had some good cricket against good opposition with India in this next practice game, then happy days.
I'm sorry, how important is it in terms of settling on a playing 11? Because you have a headache of plenty right now. Because
no, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. We know roughly what we want to do. Playing against India or not playing against India, that's not an issue. We know roughly what 11 we may well be taking into the game against South Africa, but I won't be telling you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.